Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing technically version 4, but this is a 2 OCP build for the Knuckle boost and Vulcan arm mechanic. We do have the Guardian helm to supplement the King Schmidt set that we are running for this build, and this is actually just a little bit more expensive, especially with enchanting, but a little bit better boost in damage. First, obviously, we are running the Circlet of Time for the mechanic. Attack plus 15 per 2 refines. Attack speed plus 2% per 3 refines. Additionally, every 3 refines you get 10% arm cannon and knuckle boost damage. And for every 4 refines you get 5% long range damage. Plus 11 you get 5% ACD reduction, but because it's plus 7, doesn't really matter. We have Vit plus 3. For the enchant, as well as the temporal jewel strength level 1. So attack plus 2, hit plus 3 per 2 refines, and attack plus 1% per 5 refines. Still no card. I would love to put a disguiser card on here but rather have it plus 11 before doing so. Next, the only OCP in the build is the Guardian helm. 10% damage to all sizes, immune to curse. When it's comboed with the King Schmidt suit, you get all stats plus 10. 7% less damage from players, and immune to frozen. When it's comboed with the King Schmidt's Mantiu, we have right here, you get additional 10 stats and 6% less damage from players. And of course, comboed with the King Schmidt's Insignia Dex that we have here, you get all stats plus 5, 10% long range damage, as well as 3% less damage from players. Technically demi-humans in a sense, but Next, the King Schmidt suit, indestructible, 10% more damage to medium and large size monsters. At plus 7 you get 10% damage to shadow and fire property monsters. Plus 9 you get 15% less damage from dragon and formless monsters, and plus 11 you get additional 10% damage to medium and large size monsters. Now it's comboed with the King Schmidt's Mantiu, you get HP SP plus 5%, and when the total is at plus 22, let's say plus 11 for both, you get 15% ACD reduction, which is very important, especially for this build. We have Agi Luck enchant, and then we have the Porcello cord for additional 25 attack. Like I said, just a good generic armor cord for the physical class. Next, the King Schmidt's Mantiu, you get 2% more damage to fire and shadow property monsters every 3 refines. Plus 7 you get 5% less damage from dragon and formless monsters. Plus 11 you get 15% more damage to dragon and formless monsters. We have Expert Archer 3, 5, and the Expert Archer 3 here just for the additional long range damage. And we have the Men Black card for additional 1% long range damage per 10 base dex. With 120 dex, that is 12%, which is, pretty essential, especially if it's a range skill, if you know what I mean. Next, the King Schmidt's Insignia Dex, 7% long range damage when it's comboed with the Mantiu and the suit. You get attack speed plus 1 and 3% more long range damage. For enchant, we have Luck plus 4, Fighting Spirit 6, and the Strong Enchant, 25% damage to all sizes when comboed with Bear's Power. And obviously we have Bear's Power on the temporal boots there. We also have the Gold Scarab card plus 20 attack. And moving on to the temporal strength boots, 7 attack per 3 refine levels plus for at 120 strength you get attack plus 50. You get Fighting Spirit 7 here, as well as the Bear's Power for the additional strength boost, as well as the combo with the Strong Enchant. And we have the Greater Papilla card, Luck plus 2, HP, SP plus 10%, and 50% card revolution damage just for the Vulcan arm and Axe Boomerang card set, technically. Next we have the upgrade part Gun Barrel. So it's attack plus 4%, hit plus 10, and 25% more damage for knuckle boost. Obviously, we're not going to talk about the other combos because we're not running them. We got Dex and Strength Enchant, as well as the Broken Cleaner Omega card. So Dex +2, Vip +1, HP +10%, Axe Boomerang and Vulcan Arm damage +10%. And when combo with the Kick and Kick and the Greater Papilla card, you have 20% more Vulcan Arm damage, which the only thing that matters to this build. And you also have 5% more Vulcan Arm damage per 2 refines of the boots. So for the Temporal Strength boots, that's additional 20% since it only counts +8. Next, we are still running the Awakened Meteor Striker. Indestructible, attack +15 per 2 refines. You get 10% Knuckle boost and Vulcan Arm damage per 3 refines. +7, you get 15% Knuckle boost and Vulcan Arm damage. +9, you get 15% Arm Cannon damage, which doesn't matter. And +11, you get 15% long range damage and -15% VCT. Obviously, the Kick and Kick card, Vulcan Arm damage +10%, an additional 20% per when the upgrade level of the weapon is at +10. So we have 2, that's up to 60% Vulcan Arm damage. So we're finally going to do a damage test. This will be the last for this build, and I'm sure this will definitely blow the dummy away. Alright, first the small dummy, because mace weapons only do 75%. Almost 200k, 199. Oh, 200k, there we go. About 121k for Vulcan Arm. 122. 126. Oh, definitely better. Next is the medium dummy, because mace weapons do 100%. So about 212,000 at most for Knuckle boost. 130k, 131k, 132k for Vulcan Arm. Yep, definitely higher. Alright, last the fire dummy. We're gonna do the water converter here. Ooh, 334 for Knuckle boost. About 208,000 for Vulcan Arm. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright guys, there you have it. Definitely a lot more effective. I guess given that it does have 1 OCP, so you would have expected that. But to be fair, the Guardian Helm doesn't really do much. I think what the damage that we're seeing here is really brought about by the size damage that the set actually gives, plus the additional enchants. Especially with the strong enchant, the Bear's Power, you know, 25% damage to all sizes is a big help in terms of boosting that damage. But at the same time, it is expensive to get the set, and hard, and a lot of farming. So if you're on a budget, this might not be the best thing for you. You're actually, if you do have the budget, you're probably better off spending it on OCP than crafting all this shit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.